Hi everyone, this is Victoria Campisi with 1851 Franchise, and today I'm here with Seth Lederman from Frannexus. Thank you so much for joining us today, Seth.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
So let's just jump right into it.
Sure.
What makes you successful as a franchise broker?
I think that my unwavering commitment to the candidates that I work with, understanding that people looking for franchises are overwhelmed. It's a daunting experience, especially when they use the internet. There's just too much information, and people tend to get spun out a little bit. So, what I've done basically is create a very methodical, algorithmic, and efficient approach to navigating the franchise space. And what that does is it gives the greatest likelihood that they're going to land on the right franchise. And the deck of cards will be stacked in their favor for success because it'll check the boxes they need to have checked personally, professionally, and financially in what they're looking to achieve through franchise ownership.
Great. What advice do you have for people wanting to become franchise owners?
I would say number one, when people come to me looking for franchises, they tend to think they know what they want. And more than 85% of the people that I work with end up in a franchise they were either not familiar with or end up in an industry they never initially saw themselves in. And primarily because they just didn't know what they didn't know. They think they have to go into an industry they came from. They don't understand that's not necessary, that they can take their existing skill sets and it's transferable to a wide variety of arenas, and that there's so much opportunity out there that they didn't even realize even exists. Everyone just thinks it's fast food and doesn't realize that there are franchises in B2B as well as B2C industries, and it doesn't cost as much money as some people think, and that there are different ways that they could afford to acquire a franchise without using all of their own money. So they really just don't know what they don't know. And what we do is help them understand what they don't know before they sign a franchise agreement.
What does winning look like for you?
For me, winning is a progressive realization of goals and consistently commitment to constant and never-ending improvement in everything that I do, and helping the investors I work with in getting them into the American dream of business ownership.
Great. What advice do you have for franchisors wanting your help on awarding more franchisees?
I would say we're in an industry that prides itself on success compared to non-franchise businesses because of processes, systems, and procedures. So it would lend itself to understand that having processes, systems, and procedures for your franchise development is paramount, because it's just not a good reflection to people looking at franchises if the system is not buttoned up by a franchisor in taking candidates through that due diligence process.
How can franchisors better communicate with you?
I would say communication is key. The beginning stages of courting with the franchise brand as an investor is primarily educational. As things move along that process, and decision-making variables can create friction between the franchise development executive or brand representative working with that candidate at different stages. And we could only help the candidate and the brand by understanding where these friction points are, where there are issues that we could help in coaching and helping them navigate through that.
Perfect. Well, that's everything I have for you, Seth. Thanks so much for your time and have a great day.
Thank you so much.